It's week 4 of the NFL, where division rivals will clash in the NFC North. It's the Vikings and the Bears on Thursday night primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight it's on to week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
They go play action with Lawrence. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Let's go! Montez Sweat. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football. On second down, Goodson. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. On 1st down, Goodson. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. The numbers for him from a week ago, 20 carries, 100 yards on the nose, and a score.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. The 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play that time on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that's off the mark, incomplete. 2nd and 10. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2nd and 5. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because it just did it on that one. Forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Throws right side, and that's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. This one complete to Coates. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just saw receivers find an open patch of grass and let the...
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Bears now ready to take over again.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown Bears! A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch the short passes, he can run under a long pass, or he can do what we saw right there, catch one and then make a big gain after the catch. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
It's a 1st down and more for Roundtree.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field.
Now, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. And that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On third down, Lawrence got a man, and he hits him in stride. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out and to force the field goal.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. You can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Lawrence will throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Lawrence going to throw again. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the Bears are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Here's Lawrence. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Touchdown! A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears will extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that.
Touchdown, Vikings! A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So, all right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? On the return, it's Coates.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. He'll look to throw. He'll get this out to Lynch, complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. His throw incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half. Still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan. And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. This drive started way back inside their own 5. Now they're looking for the capper. 3rd and goal. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. They'll look to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. On 1st down, Lawrence. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
And he's taken down inside the 30. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, marking down at the 9.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. It's a throw again is Lawrence. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Bears have once again taken the lead.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, it's Coates. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game.
There he goes, left side. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown.
A big play there. 76 yards. And the Vikings on one play have taken the lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that gives them a 3-point lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40.
Lawrence.
A throw caught here by Morton. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll run on 1st down. Goodson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And he will have the Bears 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete.
And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and yards at the 15-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Touchdown, Bears! A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, it's Coates. And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 and 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw.
That's into the hands of the running back, Roundtree.
Room here to run. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. An even 90 yards. And the Vikings on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. And a quick throw here that's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Here comes the Bears punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll run again with Lynch. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 59 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, they go Lynch. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Off the bootleg, McLeod. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Now, there was a time when I would have been upset at teams throwing the ball with a big lead late, but I've evolved a little bit. I've come around. Ultimately, they're looking for first downs, and if they think the air is the best place to do it, then so be it. In addition, you probably got a quarterback gets a nice bonus if he keeps completing passes. So they want to keep throwing the football? Fine by me.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Back to throw. McLeod. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
A final shot now for Lawrence.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped.